Hey folks, Brad here. Just coming at you live with well, not live, with just an off the cuff video from just my thoughts from last night's stream. So, we sat down and played a certain horror game last night, and of course, I was the one that had to end up playing the game. I honestly kind of wish I wasn't, because it was honestly pretty freaking scary. Like, I'm not that big into horror out of the three of us. I'm certainly the one that probably gets scared the most. But I'm a good sport about this kind of shit, so I decided to play along anyways, because I feel like it makes good content regardless. But Chris came up with this crazy idea about three monkeys, basically, about a couple weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks, I guess. And oh boy, it is quite the clusterfuck, let me tell you that. So, the whole three monkeys premise, you have see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. So, pretty much, you had. I hope you can't hear the freaking dog barking outside, but maybe can, maybe can't, hopefully not. But one of us was pretty much blindfolded, and so they couldn't see shit, and pretty much had these headphones on, so they could hear themselves talk and breathe, and they could hear the game audio. That was Andrew. One of us couldn't hear anything, pretty much had earplugs in, and even the earplugs didn't really cancel out all the noise, so Chris was the one who couldn't hear anything, and he pretty much he had the earplugs in, had these other headphones that we have, pretty much noise canceling. And then I pretty much was the speak no evil guy, the one holding the controller, being forced to play the game pretty much for almost 2 hours. And that's about as much as I could take. Pretty much sitting here, not being able to really say anything except kind of mumble and laugh at some of the antics that Chris and Andrew got into, which I'll say here after a bit. But we're playing Alien Isolation, which is a game that I've heard of course, but I honestly didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and let me tell you, it was fucking horrifying. Like, just the first hour or two of the game was like, it definitely had me on my guard, I guess. But I kind of have like an odd fascination with the game, even though I was fucking horrified by it. I kind of do want to revisit it at some point, but who knows when. But it fucking scared the shit out of me. I certainly wish I wasn't the one playing. I wish I was the one just kind of just wish I was someone watching whoever played, because I feel like that would be a whole lot more entertaining and not. I felt like my heart was racing at times, and it wasn't even to the point where the freaking xenomorph was actively chasing you yet. But I'd like to return to the game at some point. Not the Three Monkeys sense, but more of a traditional playthrough format. But when that'll be, I'm not sure. Maybe sometime later this month if we have time, but who knows. But I thought I'd just make a short vlog style video. Very much my thoughts on what happened last night. It was definitely a clusterfuck of an idea, and apparently next week we're pretty much passing the roles from one another. Like, I'm gonna be the one with the headphones on, blindfolded, not being able to see shit. Chris is the one that's gonna be playing, and Andrew's gonna be the one that I think he's the one that won't be able to hear anything. So, don't know what game we're playing next week, but it's just funny because Andrew would say something to Chris and Chris couldn't hear him, so he might say something back, but honestly there wasn't any conversation between the two of them. It was just a clusterfuck all around, honestly, in my opinion. But that's all I have to say, really. I'm going to upload this on the channel here shortly. See you next time.